Did you push record?
Yes.
Oh. Welcome to our casa, and today we're making stuffed cabbage. This is a dish that I hold very close to my heart. Growing up as a dziewczyna, a little girl, a little Polish girl. It's called holubki in Polish. It's traditionally used with meat, but today we're going to make it all vegetarian. When I moved to New York, I realized that this dish is actually pretty popular in one region of Italy as well.
Yes, stuffed cabbage is totally part of the traditional Italian cuisine, especially of the Langanese cuisine. Langanese means from the Langhe, which is the wine territory of Piedmont. The Italian recipes use verza, which is translated as Savoy cabbage, and it's a historically wintry comfort dish that was prepared in household and especially in the farmland. It's that authentic and traditional that our iconic chef Vito Gnazzo cooked it at Il Gattopardo, the restaurant where I met my wife. It's in the appetizer section as meatballs.
There's a couple different components to this dish. We're going to be making a sauce, we're going to be making a filling, and we're going to be prepping the cabbage so they're a lot easier to roll. For the sauce, we're going to be using a 28 can of crushed tomatoes. We're also going to be adding some shallot, a half of a cup of light brown sugar, and a few tablespoons of white vinegar. For the filling, we're going to be using cremini mushrooms, 1 shallot, a bay leaf, basmati rice, lentils, some breadcrumbs, black pepper, and olive oil. The first thing that we're going to prepare is the sauce. First thing we do is add olive oil to the bottom of our pan. Then we're going to add our 1 shallot that we chopped down. Mix that around. We just want our shallot to get nice and aromatic. We do not want to fry these guys up. Now we're going to add our 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of the white vinegar. Now we're ready to season with some cracked black pepper. Of course, a few pinches of salt. Once your sauce is at a really hot temperature, we're going to add a half a cup of light brown sugar. Mix that in there. As you can see, this is a pretty simple, not too elaborate sauce, because this is just for the base of the pan that we're going to use to cook in the oven and to top off our stuffed cabbage. After the brown sugar has melted into the sauce and it's simmered for about 5 minutes, we're going to take it off the heat and set it aside for later. After rinsing your half cup of lentils and half cup of rice, we're going to add our bay leaf and 1.5 cups of water to the pot. Bring your flame up, and we want to get that to a boiling temperature. After it starts to boil, we're going to cover and let it simmer, and you can go back and check on it. It's going to take about 20 minutes, and if you see it's a little dry, you can add some more water. Once it's boiling, we're going to lower that flame and cover for about 20-25 minutes. We're going to cut the end of the core off. We need to remove the core. Cut the, yeah, that's perfect. Awesome. Once your water is boiling, you want to slowly and carefully let your cabbage and the extra leaves blanch. This step is going to make our cabbage leaves really nice and flexible and easy to roll. So after a few minutes, you're going to take your cabbage out of the boiling water. Okay, now get your cabbage to a surface and we're going to gently take off all of the layers of leaves. So we took off about 12 leaves of the cabbage, and the rest, you can use this in another recipe. The only other thing that we're going to do to prepare our cabbage is remove the veiny part. So we're just going to cut the thickest part of that vein off. So once your cabbage is ready for the roll stage, we are ready to make our mushroom filling. So in a saute pan, we're going to coat the bottom with some olive oil and put that flame up to a medium-high heat. We're going to add 1 shallot chopped. Now we're going to add our mushroom. We're going to add a little bit more olive oil because mushrooms are like little sponges. I like to add a little fresh cracked black pepper to my mushrooms and just a pinch of salt. Once your mushroom mixture has been cooked down for about 5 to 7 minutes, we are ready to take it off the flame and get it blended. Now you're going to add your cooked mushrooms into a food chopper, or if you have a food processor. We don't want it to turn into a paste, but we do want it to be extremely fine. Now we're ready to combine our mixture. So with the rice and lentils, take out the bay leaf. We're going to add that to a bowl. We're also going to add our mushroom mixture. We're going to add a ½ cup of breadcrumbs, some nice pinches of salt, some fresh cracked black pepper. Going to mix that together. You're going to scoop a little bit of the mixture up and form it into your hand so it kind of gets a nice little shape. And you're going to put it inside your cabbage leaf, fold it, and while you roll, you're going to fold the sides in. While our oven is preheating to 375, we are going to assemble our pan. So these guys are ready to go in the oven, and we want to have them covered while they cook. And since we forgot to buy foil, we're gonna be a little MacGyver-y and put another sheet pan on top. And we'll come check on you in about 20 minutes. Our stuffed cabbage is ready.